Hey, and welcome to this video. I'm Liv, and yes, I'm one of the founders of Virgo Consulting. In this video, we are going to be discussing consultation closing, the secret to actually be making a boatload of money. If you nail this, there is no limits to your success because you can grow, you can scale, and you can do whatever you want to reach your goals. So I'm really excited for this module, this video, and let's just get into it. Okay, so the consultation closing is really all about how do you actually make sure that when clients come in for consultation, that they actually end up buying a treatment or more preferably a package or a membership, because that is of course a lot more profitable. And I know just as well as you do, most of the times most of all treatments really does require multiple sessions before it actually reaches the benefit, the full benefits, right? So of course we want to sell them a treatment, a package, or a membership, right? We want to sell them the best solution for them, the solution that we believe is the absolute best for the client. And this is these six steps that you must go through if you want to close more consultations. This is how to sell high ticket treatments. Yes, of course, you can also apply it to more low ticket treatments, but this is really, really working well for the high ticket treatments because you need to do a lot more and you need to put a lot more effort in order to sell high ticket treatments and memberships, simply because people have to put more money down and it takes more commitment. Okay, so let me actually just remove myself a bit here. We have these six steps: drive, goal, pain, bridging the gap, action, and confidence. And lastly, planning. So the first one, drive. Your client must have a want. They must be wanting something. This is an unconscious drive of force human behavior. And okay, what does this even mean? So when your client comes in for a consultation or for treatment for that sake, it's because they want something out of it. There is some kind of drive, something that motivates them to actually go ahead and get the treatment. It can be so many things. It can be because they are really tired of how their skin looks. Their acne is making them feel so self-conscious and really not having a lot of confidence. It might be that they want to come in for fat freeze because they have some stubborn fat areas that they really just can't seem to treat with diet or exercise or anything like that, and it's really bothering them, and it's something that is affecting them a lot in their day-to-day life. It can be a lot of different things, and it is so important that you understand this drive from your client. Number two is goal. So, of course, this is a future situation they want to live in, manifest, or see come true. And you need to understand this. Don't try to sell anything here. You need really just to be focusing on helping this client reach their goal. So, this is why you really need to understand what their goal is, why they want it. Number three is pain, and this is understanding their pain. This is why do they want this? Why do they want to get to their goal? Amplify the pain. Of course, you're not going to create pain. That's not your job. You're just going to amplify it and make them more conscious about it so it, sees the light of the day. Because sometimes when clients comes in, they know that they want the treatment, but actually they haven't even gone that deep into it themselves. So if you try to talk to them about this, it's also going to unpack for them, and it's going to be like a wow situation for the client too, because they actually see for themselves that they really need this, and it is actually something that has been affecting them for a very long time, and more than they maybe even thought that it had, right? So really, really important that you understand their pain. Why do they want to get the treatment? Why do they need it? Why is it affecting them? All of this stuff. Number four, and you really need to spend a lot of time on the first three, because this is, if you don't have this, you're not going to sell them. Simple as that. So it is so important to spend time. Don't rush through it or anything. Really take time to understand their why. Bridging the gap. Care about care about them. This is so important. You don't just want to be, a salesman that's just trying to sell a treatment just because you want to make money, right? And I believe that you watching this video really do care about your clients very, very deeply. You care about helping them, and you care about helping them reach their goals and making them feel better about themselves. So show that. You need to care about them and bridge the gap from that drive, their wants to their goals. So you need to be the solution to whatever pain they have and whatever drive and whatever situation that they're in. You need to figure out a way to bridge the gap from where they are now to where they want to get to. Okay? This is so important because this is going to position you as the number one solution to that problem. And that makes it a no brainer to go ahead with your treatment and your package or your membership. Number 5, action and confidence. Build confidence to make the client take action. And also remember to incentivize. Of course, now that you have understood their drive, their goals, and their pain, and you have also bridged the gap between where they are and where they want to get to. Now you need the client to take an action. You need to take them in action to choose to go ahead with the treatment. And that is really important because otherwise they're not going to be a paying client. So, how do you do that? You need to build up confidence and trust. This is where things like showing them client results, client before and afters, client stories, client case studies, all of this stuff, you need to be showing the clients all of this because this will make them feel so much more confident that this is actually going to work for them. And it's also going to reinforce why the treatment is actually going to work. And it's just going to make them really feel so excited to get the treatment because they have seen this happen for other people as well. And that is going to build so much confidence and trust. Of course, something that you also need to be doing is incentivizing. So make sure to incentivize the client to actually go ahead and make a choice today about going ahead with the treatment or buying that package or that membership. But how can you do that? You can do it in so many ways, but you need to make it attractive for the client to choose to go ahead. You can do it by saying, if you want to choose to go ahead today, I can give you a free facial. I can give you a 50% discount offer. I can give you a $50 voucher, anything like that. You need to make it really attractive for them to go ahead today, not tomorrow, not in a week, but today. Because if they get time to think about it, there is so high chances that they're not going to get back to you. Not because they don't really want, but then they get time to think and then they start feeling insecure because they start forgetting the things that you showed them. They start forgetting all the client's results and all of that stuff. And they just get further away. So it's important that you really do your best to make them take an action today. Do it by incentivizing, okay? Number 6, when you have gotten a yes, I would love to go ahead, then you're going to go to the planning. Create a plan for them, a course or a package or a membership for the client so they can actually reach their goal. Because, with most treatments, they're not going to reach their goal if they only get one treatment. And you need to be very clear about that and you need to tell them that. And that is why you're not going to ask them, do you just want one treatment or would you like several? Don't ask them that because then they're probably just going to say, I'm probably just going to start out with this first one. And then you're not going to sell anything. You're not going to sell anything afterwards, probably because they haven't seen the full benefits after the only one treatment. So that is why you need to create a plan, course, or package. And the way you can do it, I'm going to get more into that later, okay? Magic from trust and confidence. How can you sell from purely trust and confidence? This is such a strong thing. And honestly, this is actually something that can be used in not the best ways because you can use it to your benefit only, and that's not going to be a good thing. So use these techniques with care and think about it before you go ahead and just use this for all of your clients. You only want to be using all of these techniques if it's actually within the client's best interest if you know that you can actually help them achieve their goal. Okay, number one, understand their drive and their pain. Number two, understand their goal. And number three, bridge the gap by positioning your treatment as a solution to their pain. And build trust. You need to be building trust through reviews. Bombard them with client reviews and client testimonials, video testimonials. If you don't have this yet, you need to have it. You can even pay your clients to do it for you. So you can tell a previous client, hey, I would love for you to do a video testimonial if you have been happy with the treatment. If you do it, I will actually just wire transfer $50 or $100, whatever, because trust me, it is worth it. It is worth a lot of money to have video testimonials. And I'm not just talking about text, like a text review. It has to be video testimonial of your client, showing their face and talking about their experience and where they were before and where they are now. Of course, also implement some normal reviews, etc. Everything that you can come up with, bombard them with client reviews and case studies. It is the best thing you can do. Build confidence. Show them examples of clients that have been in their situation and their results after the treatment. Show them before and afters, not one, not two, but multiple. If you can show them even 5 or 10, do it. If you're going to show them 10, you're not going to spend 5 minutes on each one, but, just go really quickly through it, just so they get an idea of, wow, there is so many people that have actually gone through the exact same thing as me, and this treatment was the solution, and that's why I need to get it. Blockers. This is important because if you don't become aware of this, you're probably not going to get too far. This is how to overcome your own blocks. You need to start seeing yourself as a salesman. And I know you don't like doing that. You would rather be a clinic owner that cares about your clients, and you don't want to be a hard, cold salesman that's just, trying to sell everything, something that they don't want to have. But that's a limiting belief. As I talked about in the previous videos, it's so limiting for your growth. You need to start seeing yourself as a salesman, because as soon as you do that, you're going to close more deals and your clinic is going to grow. You need to stop seeing your business as a hobby project, like something that might get success and something that might be able to earn you a lot of money. Stop doing that. And stop being afraid to follow up on leads. And this is example after a consultation. Let's say that the client didn't really want to go ahead with the treatment or anything after the consultation. Don't give up. You need to be following up on these leads and these clients. Follow up on them, not one, not two, but multiple times, to make sure that they actually come back into you. And if they say after a couple follow-ups that they're honestly just not interested, that's fine. But you need to get either a yes or a no, clearly. Another block is not being willing to spend hours doing the hard work, like texting, calling leads, making newsletters, doing retention calls, and all of this. Yeah, I'm not going to say any more to that. It's just really important, okay? You need to be willing to do that. But another block could be thinking, I might succeed. I might be able to make a lot of money. I might be able to do this if I do that. Instead, you want to be thinking this. You want to be able to consistently follow up on your clients and on your leads. You need to do it, and you need to do it consistently every single time. And you need to be knowing that you help people by following up on them. You're not following up just because you want to get more money in your bank. You're actually following up on them because you want to help them. And it is within their best interest. Remember that. And remember, you need to be willing to learn sales and put yourself out there. You need to be willing to learn how to actually sell more in your clinic, because if not, well, you're not going to sell more and you're going to stay exactly where you are. You also need to be willing to put yourself out there. And this is for your social media and even more things. But now I'm just going to use the social media example. You need to be willing to make videos of yourself. If you really, really don't like it, Well, you can get your staff members to do it, but if you don't have staff members and you don't have friends or family that's willing to do it for you, you need to do it yourself. And to be honest, it is also the absolute best thing if you do it yourself, because it's going to build up so much trust from the clients that are going to hop into your social media. They want to see you. They don't want to see anyone else. They want to see the practitioner, the owner, and the person that they're going to get in contact with if they're going to get into your clinic. It builds up so much confidence and so much trust. You also need to think, I am going to succeed. I am going to reach my goals. You don't need to set any time frames, but you have to think and believe that you are going to succeed. Because if you do, you're going to succeed. Some other blockers and how to overcome action thresholds. So objections, really. So if there's anything, when I'm talking about action thresholds, it's really all about anything that could hold your clients back from moving on after a consultation, that some things that are holding them back from actually getting the treatment or buying the package or whatever. These are some very, very common objections, and I'm going to be talking you through how you can overcome them. So, the first one, I need to think about it. This is a very, very common one because everyone wants to think about it, but trust me, do you really believe that the most successful people in this world want to take time to think about decisions? No, they are not. So when your clients are saying that, "Ah, I just need to think about it. I'm not sure if I'm going to go ahead with this treatment right now, so I just need a couple of days to mull it over." You're going to respond something like this. Okay, Lisa, I totally understand that and I totally respect that. I just need to ask you, before you go ahead and think about it, do you actually believe that this can actually get you to where you want to get to? The reason why you want to ask them this is because you want to understand why they say that they need to think about it. You want to dive deep because you want to figure out, is the I need to think about it is honestly really a smokescreen objection. They never need to think about it. It's most of the times either a money objection or an objection that they're not sure if this is the right treatment for them. They're maybe not sure if the treatment is actually going to work. Maybe they don't really believe in it. That is why you want to you want to dive really, really deep into this so you get a good and strong understanding of why they need to think about it. You never want to ask, why do you need to think about it? Because then all you're going to do is just reinforcing why they want to think about it. Instead, you want to dive deep, figure out the real reason behind this. And then let's say that you figure out that that is because they're actually really not sure if the treatment is going to work. Then you can take it from there. Then you have something to work with, because then you can show them even more client results. Then you can give them even more benefits. Then you can show them even more reasons to why it is actually going to work, and take it from there. I could talk about these for too long time. So if there's anything about these that you feel like I'm missing, just reach out to me. I will be able to help you, but I'm not going to go too deep into it because, well, it can take so much time. The second one is, I just don't have the money right now. That can be true for some people, but if it is something that they really want, they are going to find the money. They will have the money to do it. Most of the times it's really just because they're not really 100% convinced that this is something they need and this is something that is actually going to work for them. So again, dive deep, find out why they don't think that they don't have the money right now. And here you can be a little bit more direct. You can ask them, okay, totally respect that. I just want to make sure that this has nothing to do with you not believing in the treatment or anything like that. So, Lisa, do you feel like you truly understand the full benefits of this? And do you think that this is actually going to be the right solution for you? And then again, have a conversation with them, understand the real objection. And yes, of course, if the real objection is that they really don't have the money right now, offer them finance solutions. And then if they say, yeah, okay, but I'm not really sure if it's the right time, then you're going to say what I'm going to talk to you about down here. Okay, I'm going to get back to that. So again, number 3, I'm not sure. I'm just really not sure if it's going to work. Well, that's fair, Lisa. Can I ask why are you not sure this is going to work? You can talk to them about that and find out what exactly about the treatment they're not really believing in. And again, dive really deep, figure out why they don't feel sure about this, and then take it from there. Don't give up. Really, really talk to them about it, because these objections are the perfect opportunity for you to overcome them and sell them, and make sure that this client get the best results possible and that they can actually reach their goals. Okay? So you really want to be doing this. You really want to be handling it. Never, ever just say, okay, no worries, and then let them leave. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Okay. The fourth one here, I need to look at my finances first, then get back. Again, that's totally fair. Let them do it if that is what it takes. But again, talk to them a little bit more about this if it's actually really a money problem. And of course, you can also do something like offering financing solutions again, because if you do offer that, it's not really an excuse anymore. And if they really, really want to get the treatment, they are going to get it. And they're going to figure out a way to get it. And then the last one, maybe I will do this next month. This is pretty much the same as the first one. And honestly, all of these 5 is pretty much the same. Again, you need to figure out, do they actually believe in treatment? Or are they having some doubts if this is actually going to work for them? Is it a money problem? Is it a problem that they don't trust you? That can also be the case. Find out why they're coming up with these objections and then handle it and overcome it. And you really need to spend time on this. This is the perfect opportunity for you to actually sell them something. But if you don't do it, if you don't dare to dive deep and talk to them about this and really figure out what is underneath these objections, you're not going to grow and you're not going to sell more. So it is so important. But what to do now? So increase pain. Let me just take a sip of water really quickly. Okay, so how to increase pain to close better? You need to ask questions, and you also need to ask really difficult questions. And this can be some questions that you might not be wanting to ask, but you need it. So you need to ask something like, what have you tried before to get to your goal? Why is this bothering you? How long has this problem existed for, Lisa? And can you tell me a little bit more about this? I mean, how would you feel if you actually got your skin to a point where it's glowy and clear and where you have no acne? How would that make you feel? These questions are sometimes some really difficult questions to ask because it gets really personal. But this is where you actually get the chance to increase the pain, which is going to make you understand everything better. And you're also going to make the client understand better why they need your treatment. And they are going to understand better the exact situation that they are in right now and the reason why they need to get out of it. You're not doing this because you want to bother them or because you want to trick them into doing something. You're doing this because you want to help them. And the best way you can do that is trying as good as you can to really, really understand their situation and their pain and make them realize it too. And remember, when you do this, do you actually listen to them, or are you just asking the questions for the sake of asking them? You need to listen to them. You need to care about them and really listen to these answers that they give you. And do you have conviction in your treatment and your solution? If you don't, then they will hear it and it's going to affect everything. This might seem a little bit uncomfortable, but you need it. Again, show before and after pictures, build up trust and confidence, okay? You need to spend time doing this. Don't jump over any questions just because you feel like it's scary or it's a waste of time. Trust me, it's not. This is what is going to make the whole difference for you. This is what's going to move the needle for you so much that you could have never imagined. Something else I want to talk to you about is the doctor framework, how to position yourself. And some of you might be doctors, some might not. Some might be nurses, some might be regular practitioners, you name it. I don't really care. But the reason why I have made this is you're going to use the doctor framework. You're not going to tell people that you're a doctor if you're not, but this is not about that. This is about don't give out treatments. Don't do them, prescribe them. Prescribe it. You are prescribing a treatment that is a solution to their problem. And this is a simple thing as using this word, prescribing, instead of doing or, anything like that. I hope this makes sense. It makes you sound more professional and it positions yourself in a much higher position than it would if you didn't use these methods. So you also want to be treating your clients with care, and you want to be treating them very, very professionally. So I know that for a lot of small clinic owners, they are often having a lot of, friends and family, and that makes it a little bit difficult to actually really position yourself as high as you want to do. Because you like to have friends coming in and family coming in, and you like to make your clients seem like close friends, and that is okay. But you need to treat every client the same, and you need to be treating them with care and very professionally. And this goes all the way through, but I'm going to get even more into that in a minute. Break down everything through the treatment, everything, especially when you're having the consultations. Show them professionality all the way through. And this starts from right when they text you, make an inquiry, or anything like that. Winning consultation framework. How to crush your consultations 100% of the times. Okay, let's make a little example here. If you have a client coming in saying, my biggest concern is my acne. And remember, this can go for all types of clients and all types of treatments. So it could also be a client coming in saying, my stubborn fat on my stomach is really something that's bothering me and it is affecting me so much. But now we're just taking this example. My biggest concern is my acne. Then you want to be using screening questions. So first, I really understand that, Lisa. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? I mean, how long has this been a concern for you? And then they answer, and then you go, okay, what if you tried to take care of it in the past? And then they answer, and then you say, what are you doing now to take care of it? And then they answer, and then you say, is this something you feel is affecting your everyday life, Lisa? Then they answer, and then you say, okay, so what would it mean for you if you got it taken care of and got clean, glowy skin? And then they're going to answer you. And if they really give you some good answers, then you want to dive even deeper. So let's say here, number two, what have you tried to take care of it in the past? And then they give you an answer that they have been to dermatologists, they have tried so much skincare, it's crazy. Then you want to dive deep into that. So you want to ask them more questions related to that. So you can ask something like, okay, can you tell me more about what the dermatologist told you? Can you tell me a little bit more about what skincare products you're using, right? So when they give you answers, feel totally free to actually dive deeper in, because again, that makes it so much easier for you to understand their situation, and it's going to help you all the way through. Loop back to questions and ask more questions until you have a deep understanding of their pain, their drive, and their goal. Then let's take this a little bit further, and let me just take one more. Sorry about that. Practitioner. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing all of this with me, Lisa. Based on what you're telling me, that your acne has been holding you back from so many things in life, and it has really affected your confidence. And also, from this consultation, the best option for you that will get you to XYZ in the quickest time possible would definitely be our signature facial treatment or something like that, whatever you feel like is actually the best solution for them. Now, you need to be showing them client before and after pictures and case studies and video testimonials, everything you have that is related to the treatment that they want to have. Do not skip it. Really, do not skip it. This will resonate with their current situation and is going to make them trust you more and build up their confidence that this is actually going to work. After that, you say, okay, now Lisa, based on what you told me, I think actually that our new client transformation package would be absolutely perfect for you in order to get to XYZ results in no time. With the voucher you claimed, you get 50% off the original price plus a free laser facial treatment on your final treatment. Should I go ahead and get you locked in with this promotion? This is how you incentivize. Okay? This is how you actually incentivize your clients to go ahead with the treatment and choose this package. And of course, the benefit for you is that you make more money and you make sure that they come back again and again for several sessions, right? Let's just go back a little bit. So, your client comes in to the consultation, they tell you about whatever their biggest concern is, and then you dive deep into it with these screening questions, and you loop back and ask more questions if necessary, so you really get that deep understanding of their pain, their drive, and their goal. When you really understand all of this, you go ahead and you thank them for sharing all of that with you, and then you say this, based on what you're telling me, that blah, 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 I believe that best option for you that will get you to XYZ in the quickest time possible will be our X treatment. And after that, you show them the before and after pictures, you show them all the case studies that you have, and you do not skip it. When you have done that and really build up all of that trust, you're going to tell them about the incentive, and you're going to tell them about the best package or the best solution that they can get, where they're actually going to save a lot of money and they're going to get so many benefits. Plus, most importantly, they are going to reach their goal, because this package or this treatment or promotion is exactly what's going to get them to their goal. Next up, we're going to talk about memberships. So this is going to be in the next video, and this is going to be all about increasing your client retention and revenue like crazy. And before I'm going to go ahead and make the next video, so I'm just going to be talking to you about how important this is. So I really do hope that you got a lot out of this. I really do hope that you understand the steps that you must go through in order to sell more high-ticket treatments and sell more packages and memberships and just sell more in your clinic. I hope that you understand how to create magic from building up trust and confidence with the clients that come in, and how to sell purely from trust and confidence. And this actually goes in a way that you really don't need to be offering huge promotions, because you're able to build up so much trust and confidence by following these steps right here. So doing the screening questions, asking questions, and telling them about the incentive and everything in order for them to go ahead with the treatment or the package. I also do hope that you now understand how to overcome your own blocks, and that you really clearly see how you should not be thinking, how you should not be acting, and instead understand what you should be doing and what you should be thinking. And also how you can actually handle objections like these, and that you understand that these objections is not really the real objections, it's really more smokescreen objections, and there is always more behind it than what the client is going to tell you right from the start. That is why you need to dive deep to understand what is behind. I also hope that you now understand the doctor framework, how to position yourself as more of a professional all the way through so that you can sell more and that you are seeming a lot more professional. And you can do this by, as an example, treating with care, break down everything, and not give out treatments or do treatments, but prescribe treatments. Of course, you're not gonna act or tell people that you're a doctor if you're not, but this still applies and you can still use this if you're a nurse or anything else. And I also do hope that you totally understand how you create winning consultations and how you can crush your consultations every single time by using these questions and this exact framework. That is pretty much it. See you in the next video about memberships and how to really make a lot of money with packages and memberships.